Hello and welcome to OpenHeartsUnite. If you're new here, we are a DID system. I'm a former Dom of 13 plus years, both professionally and lifestyle. So I'm going to be talking about, I created the conversation of free from BDSM because when I left BDSM, I didn't have any support, especially as someone who had experienced being a Dom and a sub as well. There's spaces for subs, but there's not spaces for Doms to go through the process of getting away. So this conversation is for any dynamic you were or are in BDSM, whether you're a sub, switch, or dom, and everybody is welcome here to in your process of moving away from BDSM or staying away from BDSM. So I'm gonna make this is gonna be just an ongoing series, and so let's start with this is going to be an oversimplification, but this is how I kind of break down the types of DOMs in BDSM. So there are the malicious DOMs who are very conscious and aware that they are hurting people. They know what's going on and they know BDSM is a place to hide. There are people who don't even associate as DOMs. They don't even go through any of the processes of BDSM. They're just flat out very clear they're abusers, and this is a perfect place to prey on people. So there's a Dom who's malicious. They know they're harming people, and they're going through the practices of BDSM, but they know it's harm based. They are very clear it's harm based, and they're completely fine with that, and they're entitled to that. And I mentioned the people who just slip in, but now talking about the other type of Dom, they're the Doms who actually believe it's healing. They're the Doms who believe that they're making a difference. They are the Doms who try to do their best in regards to BDSM practices. They try to make it as safe as possible. I use those quotations because it's not safe. It's not any of these things, but they really believe it is. And I did notice when we were still in BDSM when this happened, but when the um, 50 Shades of Grey came out, there was a split within the BDSM community, and actually the distinction between the two became blaring, and there was kind of a clash within BDSM, within the BDSM community, and there were people who were just like, this is absolutely abuse, this isn't BDSM. And then there was the other people who were like, this is BDSM, I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, that's a description of the two different types of DOMs I'm talking about. The ones who are like, absolutely, this is exactly, you know, I'm here to harm. And the other DOMs who are like, no, I'm trying to take care of someone and I'm trying to support their sexuality. I want to keep them safe. These are the types of DOMs who are like, how do we make BDSM safer? I'm so sorry to tell you, you cannot make BDSM safe because it is all abuse. Now, there are different layers of abuse, there are different levels of abuse, but ultimately it's all abuse. So, those are the two different types of DOMs that I've personally experienced. Again, I'm oversimplifying. There's so many different variations, but the main factors, those are two different DOMs. The issue is though, regardless on what side you're on, ultimately the impact is the same, and the impact is abuse. And I'll be sharing more on that.